Greetings, it's Intuitive Jakob, and I'm back to do a reading on love and relationships. It's going to be a 6-card reading with this spread that I'm going to explain, and we're breaking them down by tribe. So check your sun, your moon, your rising, and whatever delegations you prefer. We'll also be doing a Romance Angels card in addition to this spread with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, and I might even pull out the Sibilas to take a look at weird things if they pop up during the reading and we want a little more information. The 6 cards that we'll be reading will go in this fashion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First card is going to be their story. So it's like what they're telling you or not telling you, what's going around. The second card is going to cover their thinking. So what they're really thinking about may or may not have anything to do with you. That's a good truth card there. Third card is their feelings. If you're looking to figure out how they're actually feeling about you in the deep down, this is the card that's going to tell it to us. Fourth is going to give us an idea of how they're acting, because some of them are walking away that's different than the way they're talking and thinking, and that's a good way to figure out what's going on there. Number 5 is going to be outside influences. So who are their influencers? What's going on that's influencing the way they're behaving? And the 6th and final card is going to be what's happening over the fortnight, because it's like the book of things that happen in 2 sevens, you know, what the 7th sign is. It's that Z where we zipped up time into static reality, and boom, that's how they're going to be acting during that period of time. So I'll give it a 2 strong period. It could be the 2 weeks ahead of us that sort of flip-flop and intertangle, because that's really how free-flowing energy works and what a lot of people haven't been explaining to you. So hope you enjoy the readings. If you would like one with just your energy, hit me up at artoflove.me. I would love to take a look with just your personal information. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate those of you that hit me with a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment if you'd like. I always love to hear what you're saying and what's going on with your thought process in the readings. All right, we'll catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Leo? I'm just here clearing the space and doing a little bit of energetic hygiene over your energies here before we get started with the reading. And some of these things I might speed up later, shuffle. I know some of y'all like to see that these get done here while I'm in mode with you. And just leveling them up with a little bit of selenite energy. Making sure we suck out all the poisons that karma doesn't get to lace between us. For understanding things like the fact that the words that we speak are actually dark matter particles that have landed without resistance in a thing that isn't gravity because of that dark black energy, bless you baby, that creates all things, especially in one witness like this. So been making sure that for any of these readings that I do, I just keep my energy where it belongs and don't try to intertangle mine with yours. Energy hygiene is important. So you'll be able to see what I have here on the board too. I've put a couple of boji stones here on your sigil marker. And we have a protection against evil eye and witness that does not exist here. And I have a really cool fidget spinner that pulls unexceptional energy out, because you are exceptional. So we also have an indigo gabbro stone. It's one of my favorites. Here, protecting the eye. I don't choose to see anything I don't need to see, and hopefully if these messages are for you, you'll just know whether they're yours or not, okay? Definitely enjoy your comments, so let me know how I'm doing. And if you want a personal reading, information is listed right there, artoflove.me. Wow, I just heard about somebody's like back-breaking breakup where it was like, okay. I'm hearing something else too. They're telling me that is no jive ass talking monkey over there. Somebody told the real truth about what happened, and I'm hearing about somebody's back injury and that it was like literally like the straw that broke the camel's back with somebody saying something about like just being laid up and then realizing when your partner is not good for you and maybe like all they're good for is just keeping you in that state. So hearing about some truth coming out about evil caregiving, you know, like somebody who's there to give you care, but it's more because they think that's how they get what's fair, you know, and how they get their hand on something. Let's go ahead and switch the view on this, and I'm going to open this up so you can see your cards a little better as I flip them here, Leo. Alright, so here before us we have our 6-card spread, which you'll be seeing here. Let's see what was facing this. Okay, so I'm hearing about, they're talking to me about somebody that does actually need to go to surgery for something, for surgery, and I'm hearing like back and hip, something about back and hip surgery, and hearing that it's going to be really good if you're able to wait to plan that until after about the middle of August. Just hearing your caregivers may be in better cognitive function due to Mercury reasons and things that happen with miscalculations and so forth. Take care of your business though. Some of y'all might not be able to prevent it. I'm hearing it's literally like whatever snapped somebody. So, you know, if it's, could be emotional. Although I'm seeing a rather abrasive cutting energy if that's the case. You might be dealing with a Queen of Swords person. If that's somebody that's got a lot of air element in their chart, they probably Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and maybe their Sun, Moon, and Rising. Although that could be you too. I'm just hearing they're showing up, you know, in their upright position, which is good. You do want to see it that way. I will say though, if you get into a battle of words with this person, they will cut you off. It's just their nature, so know that. There's another nosy card kind of sneaking out over here on me, but yeah. I'm hearing about somebody trying to get their every wish come true over somebody's hopes and dreams, like basically being shattered. So some of you all might be dealing with some situation like that, and if that was the breakup, I'm hearing it's a good riddance, darling. Something much better is coming for you, and it's time to recuperate your energy and call back what's good for you. What can never be taken from you by malicious people. I'll just take some poison out of that right now, because we do Reiki and a little light sounds on some ASMR training in here to help calm those nerves. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at how this relationship is playing out, because some of y'all got some questions about what's the story going on. Let's see what the story is. Number 1, Ace of Swords. Okay. I'm going to flip through these. I'm just going to go one by one, and then we'll talk about it. So this is his story, her story, their story. Ace of Swords, upright. So what they're really thinking is going to be this card here, and we've got a 2 of Wands in reverse. What they are feeling about you deep down. We got a Wheel of Fortune, upright. How they're acting. 3 of Swords. Outside influences. 10 of Cups in reverse. And how they're going to be playing out situations over this FORTNITE period. Some people call it 2 weeks. I call it 2 strong because you're not weak. And we've got a star card, upright. So, cool. All right, Leo. I'm hearing some of y'all are definitely dealing with an Aquarius. You've got an Aquarius showing up here, and also a Queen of Swords. A lot of times that's just telling me you either got strong Aquarius in the chart somewhere, or you're dealing with somebody that might have some Aquarius leanings, although that doesn't have to be everybody. Let's just take a little look back at what's been going on, because some of y'all are wondering whether or not the story you're hearing is true, and maybe because they either cut you off. I'm hearing some of y'all feel like you got cut off, and in other cases it's like it might have just been said real kind of short, especially if there was a breakup, and whatever they said, they served it up the way they wanted to. I will just say that, and at least in their mind they're showing upright. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like how they came at you, or how you might have been too. You might have been just like, please tell me the truth. And I'm hearing that might be some of you all just feeling like, I need to sit down for this, whatever this news is. And how it got served up was pretty much like this. And that is a truth card. So whatever they said, especially if this is what they told you, I'm hearing it was true, although it's like one of those things where it could have been very abrasive. I'm just seeing it being like real cut and dry, and the sword cuts both ways. There's a blade, so it's like two sides get cut. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it was definitely some kind of triangulation. I'm hearing for some of y'all, you need to know this breakup, whatever, especially if you just found out that there was a third party, that they're actually in the process of like breaking up a relationship that they are in. And so they might not have had time for you, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing for somebody else too, they've literally been laid up. I'm hearing some of y'all like got some story from somebody, and I'm hearing you wanted to know whether it was a cock and bull lie about needing to go for some surgery, and like somebody thinking about gastric bypass in this too. And I'm hearing it's like this is what they've been dealing with. And I'm hearing some of y'all might actually find out that they were in surgery and like recovering from something. So you might not have just been close enough for them to tell you all that. And it's good for you to know, because whatever is coming up or whatever they want to say to you, it's going to be the truth. And some of you all are going to actually approach this. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is actually some advice for you if you needed to know some truth, and if you're getting any clarification or confirmation on this reading here, that it's like spirit saying yes, sit upright in your posture and ask, please tell me the truth, and that you're gonna get it here. So let's see what they're really thinking about right now. Looks like getting out of something, because I'm hearing it's like backpedaling is what it is with something, and for some reason like somebody had to turn their back on something even to make a decision here, because this Two of Wands energy, this is somebody that made a decision about what they're going to do or how they're going to do it. A lot of times it's they made a decision between two different things, like what can I keep my hand on my world with and take this step forward here. And for some of you, this is like seeing them kind of take a step back if you thought you were getting somewhere with them. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's because you didn't know there was a third party situation. And they might have just had their hand on something else, is really what it is. And what that is really going to depend on your situation. You're going to have to know your own people here. And you can also hit me up if you got your own private details you want me to look at. artlove.me, I'm doing with just your energy. This is general, so this could be for potentially many people. But I'm hearing something that didn't happen, and this is going to be real key for some of you, especially if you've been dealing with this person for a while. Because I'm hearing about February, like whatever didn't happen in February and why it's taken some time for them to even like be ready to cough up a truth with you, because some of y'all have been waiting to talk to somebody, and I can't help but notice what's like peeking out at the bottom here is this Five of Pentacles card. It's just like sticking out. It's like whatever was going on in February, somebody felt like they were left out in the cold. And this is literally two people walking in the cold, out in the snow, hobbling around outside of a church where it's nice and warm and good. And in some cases, just being without resources. And so hearing for some of y'all, this is like just tough times, even leaving behind and like feeling left out with this person if this has been going on a long time. And it's just something that didn't happen, that I'm hearing somebody has a very guilty conscience about, and that especially if you confront them, they're going to be honest with you about it. It's going to come out honest because that's their story, that's their truth. They're going to be honest, even if it's abrasive. So how are they really feeling about you deep down? I'm hearing that they're feeling like it's time for this wheel to freaking turn, that it's almost like it had been upside down, and maybe why they've had to turn their back on something. I'm hearing that's especially key if this was a third-party situation that you didn't know about, that this is like where the truth wants to come and where it has to, because these wheels absolutely turned, and this showed up right. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all too, this is like dealing with somebody that might be at a distance from you. So for some of y'all, this is like a long-distance relationship that I'm hearing about things that didn't necessarily happen on the internet, but it's like you have a long-distance communication with somebody. For some of you, you've been actually adapting your 5D energy skills, and some of you all are my own personal clients that I work with on this level, so thank you for also subscribing to my channel here and being that kind of witness. But some of what I've been training with some of my quarians is how to discern where these energies are coming from, especially if you've been hearing people talking to you and almost feeling like you've had like a loved one coming to you, like, I hear you, I feel you, you're with me, and knowing who are these people it is, because sometimes it's multiple parties, and so these can be nebulous energies for some people, and some of you are operating on that level, calling in like a twin mate, yes, a twin soul, you know, a love partner, maybe a good friend that might be at some form of distance here. And I'm hearing for some of you all, that's why this person might have turned their back on other things. And that if you've been like wanting to communicate with them, I feel like they're going to be very honest with you. The other thing about this Wheel of Fortune here, you're telling me something about, see, that's a 10 there. So it's a completion of energy cycle, but I'm also hearing about things that they were planning in the month of October. And so this is especially key if you're dealing with somebody that's like maybe overseas from you or at some kind of a distance. This is a card where somebody might be willing to travel. And so for some of you, I'm hearing that it's like something that they've been thinking about, that you're somebody that would be worth taking that step and initiative with. And I just see somebody like picking up like the sword, like they're going to send a message and like even talk about being willing to take that journey. So for some of you, if you've been dealing with that long distance partner, that's where this is. This is where they know deep down inside in their feeling sense that the only way forward is to have completed this process. And so there's going to be truth here. And sometimes these are things that people won't tell you, even if they know that in their heart of hearts. And so it's important for you to know, Leo, just because you can be very candid sometimes and express yourself. Sometimes other people with you are not willing to speak up, even if they know it and they feel it and they want to. So let's take a look at how they're actually acting, because we're seeing this heart being cut up 3 different ways, and I'm hearing that might be what the biggest catalyst is for them right now, is the exposure of what cannot be hidden. Because if you've ever seen somebody in this state, the 3 of Swords, it's like it's all over their face, it's all over their life. You just see it's just the heartbreak. And so hearing for some of y'all, it's like maybe getting clarity here about something that, especially if they're at a convenient enough distance where they can't show it to you every day, that they're actually suffering. And I'm hearing for some people, this is like knowing that something's getting cut off right now. And I'm hearing for the one that's like, you're trying to find out if they're lying about the surgery or whatever, or like whatever they've been healing from. I'm hearing it's like they might be going in for a third procedure, like a third medical procedure. It's like the third time to get cut for something that you just wouldn't have known about because they're private like that. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like he thought you'd disqualify him knowing that he had a medical thing because how you idealize stuff. And so it's like it would have made him like less, is what I'm hearing. And so if you didn't know that about this person, and they're saying he, know your own genders, that can't be for everybody, Leo, you know, you might be cross-watching for somebody. I'm going to take a little poison out of that one there. That's not one of my favorite energies to see for people. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you need to know that it's like, especially if you're the one that is getting into a relationship with this person right now, and you're finding out about that third-party situation. It might have been like a fourth-party situation, because I'm seeing a child and a spousal partner there, and what a difficult time it's been to even like turn back out of that relationship. I'm hearing he might have needed to, that there was something going on with some substance abuse potentially in that household, needing to make it safe for the child, but that it's not always clean when things like that happen, you know? It's like things can really be out of hand for people. I'm feeling really choked up all of a sudden. I need a cough. Wow, that was intense. And for some of you all, that's what it is too. It's like knowing that whatever communication is going to come up might be really intense, especially if you haven't been talking for a while. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, you've been in a distance since like February or March. Something may happen there. And just things you didn't know about. So let's see here. What about outside influences? So the outside influence is showing up here. We got these 10 cups upside down. And I'm hearing about somebody that might have fallen on or off the wagon around them. And this, a lot of times, this is a card of idealization. It's like, oh, everything's perfect with the 10 of cups. And it can be some real airy-fairy thinking. And people can sell you all kinds of drama lies about, oh, everything gonna be perfect. And it's not always the case, especially when we're next to this like 3 of swords there, with somebody's heart being stabbed open, and seeing it like this. And I'm hearing about somebody just needing to deal with some kind of issue that happened. I'm hearing it was infidelity. I'm hearing it's like he was drinking, or she was drinking, or they were drinking all the time. They're just showing me somebody who was just like getting away with this lush behavior, and that's part of what the breakup was about. It was like an infidelity there. And so for some of you all, that's what you need to know. This is like how they've been encouraged to cope. And for some of them, this is why they walked away. I'm hearing it's like they just didn't want to be around that anymore. And for others, it's like just knowing that that's how they've been influenced to act, because that's how people come at them. It's like, well, here, you know, you're not feeling well, have this drink, you know, and just calm your nerves, and where that leads. And how some people just aren't willing to do that anymore. So I'm hearing it's like getting to that point too, where it's just, it's been enough emotions that have been just sown all over the place. They might be going through a really emotional time. And so they might have people in their life too that just kind of like take a spin at them, where it's like, oh, you're feeling like that here, you know, here's a little more energy in that direction, and you know, see if we can get you to spill more emotions and energy on this. And so for some of you all, you need to know that this is like why they might be thinking about not moving forward with things, or why they might have doubled back instead of, you know, staying on whatever course it was that they were feeling motivated and inclined to reach for there. Especially if it had something to do with you. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it had nothing to do with you, and it wasn't that they didn't want to think about that, but all this other stuff was going on. I'm hearing about like all the pictures all over the walls. Something about like pictures that need to come down. I'm literally seeing somebody here, like in their story here with this Ace of Swords, taking like a chisel and like scraping things off of walls and windows. It's like wherever they had pictures or images, and like taking them down. And it being like kind of heartbreaking a little bit, but it's like what they've been needing to do. And I'm hearing for some of you too, which you need to know, because this outside influences, this Ten of Cups upside down, it's like it's an emotional reality check for people, especially if you had some ideal about what was going on in your relationship with somebody, and then it's like then you get this crazy news that's like, wow, that hit me out of the blue. And sometimes it's not so out of the blue, you know. It's like one of those things that lets you know, I had some signs here. These cups were really full. Something was going to knock over at some point. And then it's just a surprise when they all go falling down. But it's kind of like dominoes, you know. And so I'm hearing that what you need to know about what's going on with this person, especially if they've been like at a distance from you, it's like they're getting a real good reality check looking at the people all around them that might have just been propping them up in some kind of facade about, hey, oh, it's so perfect, you know, it's so perfect, and your life is so perfect, and it just not being that. And sometimes how people can be set up for a fall, because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, it's more like if this isn't your romantic partner, like you're not married to this person. If you're not married to this person, you're inquiring about this person, it's like the people around them were willing to do that. And it's just like, they have a lot of energy. There's a lot of creative energy around them. I'm hearing they're really good with words, whatever it is they do analytically, and being loving, and how it's just like people would literally prey upon them. And so these outside influences here, it's kind of like they've just like, they're like, I don't even want anything that had anything to do with those emotional investments. And that now it's like their turning point, that what you're seeing here is like maybe all those things they were wrapped up in, and being at a place where now it's like, I don't even want those cups anymore, less is more, you know? I'm hearing for some of y'all, if this is somebody you were married to, I'm hearing somebody might have stepped outside of that relationship, whether it was you or them, you know, and I'm really sorry if I have to say that. And for some, it was like just a breach of trust and communication, which is enough for some of us to like not feel safe with somebody, you know? And for others, it's like stepping outside of the relationship and like what they were actually thinking about, and in some cases what they were actually doing and covering up with lies. I'm hearing especially about work-related drinks, and it's like these two tens here folding and unfolding each other. I'm hearing it's like how somebody trapped themselves. What I do like is this, because we got this star card showing up here as where this is going in this fortnight. The fortnight is where all the energy is going right now. Everything has been particle dematerialized at zero space, and people are starting to really wake up as to what it means to have been in the energetic particle spinner that's truly not the universe that nobody could explain to you. I'll sum it up in one word that goes triplicate for you. No. And no. And gnosis. Okay? We're in the infinity trinity of life creation module now that's waking up and cleaning this stuff up. And some of you all are going to be shining bright. This star is sometimes people stepping into fame. I'm here for some of you all. Whatever this distance was is because you were in a relationship with somebody who was high profile somewhere, and they just did not know how to open up about some stuff that's been going on in their life, especially if they've been having medical stuff or stepping out of some kind of relationship or bond that was not working, where they had to double back and be diplomatic about it because they had a bunch of influencers trying to prey on their hopes and dreams and their forevermores and ever afters. And for some of you all, this is like what they're going to be doing. They're going to step right out and kind of be naked in that truth. And for some of you all, depending on who you are, Leo, you may or may not like the truth. It might be one of those swords that cuts both ways, but I'm hearing for some of you all, this is exactly what you've been praying for, because this is somebody that will come and be the light of your life. Okay? They could also have strong Aquarius in their chart. They might be dealing with Aquarius people, but that's a very opening energy that's showing up there. And let's see if we can get a little more information, because we do have our Romance Angels Oracle card here. I want to see what it says for my Leos. Well, I had been shuffling before, and this one just flew out. Pay attention to the red flags, Leo. The signs are cautioning you, so some of y'all absolutely needed to know that. And that might be why some of you all were here anyway. It's because you have been paying attention to things like these red flags. And I'm going to get you another card too, because that one just kind of flew out, and I don't actually want to pick one for you. That's what I need to know. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's nice. Positive thinking is a good thing. And corresponding actions are absolutely important, because your energy follows your intention, and it's only going to go as far as you're willing to extend yourself to. And so, just as advice, if you're watching this, Leo, and you're wondering about this communication and what you can do with what a possibly big opportunity is with their story and what they're telling you, I would say just because you've got this Ace of Swords here ready, and you've got this person ready and attentive, the communication signs are here with FORTNITE. So a little bit of advice. Positive thinking gets you so far. Faith is what's going to walk you in that path. If you have somebody that's taking these steps with you and you'd like to have a conversation with them, thinking there's a way that you know how to broach that, Leo, and it might be a good time to do it over this FORTNITE, all right? Let me know if it resonated. I'd love to hear your comments. If you'd like one of these with just your personal energy done, hit me up at artoflove.me. I would love to take a look with just your energy. And if I don't hear from you, take care. God bless. We'll catch you again. We're back for another one. Bye for now, Leo.
Promise that you'll catch me.